Hi guys, welcome back to the Drive Life channel, and today we're going to be going through everything that you should have in your vehicle. So this is going to be a comprehensive list of everything that every driver should have in their vehicle, just so that they're sort of ready for any sort of situations that could happen on the road. So we take a walk back to the back of the car here. I've got it all laid out in here. So this is sort of the bare basics that I would feel comfortable travelling with. I've got plenty more stuff, and I'm going to do a video on that next after filming this. But this video is just an initial basics kit that I think everyone should have in their vehicle. So first of all, we're going to start off with water. So this is probably one of the most basic ones on here. You can pick it up. I think this bottle here cost me £1. It's a good bottle as well, it's refillable. But the thing is with water, it's useful for drinking, but it's also useful for filling up your coolant if your car starts to overheat, anything like that. And also windscreen washer fluid. You can just chuck in this water and you'll be good to go. So it's a good thing to have in your car, especially if you carry passengers or if you've got kids or anything like that. It's always good to have some spare water if you can. Next is a first aid kit. And the things with first aid is you've got to stay on top of first aid kits, making sure that all your stuff's in dates, everything like that. In here, I'm not going to get it all out, but I've got bandages, slings, plasters, everything that you could sort of think of, ice packs, reflective blankets, sort of trauma dressings, everything like that that you would expect out of a first aid kit is in here. And it's all in date as well, so make sure you check this regularly if you get one. I strongly advise having one. May not be for you, it may be for a casualty that you come across in an accident on the road, because these things do happen out on the road. If you've seen my previous video, you saw the accident that I was involved in completely out of the blue. So you may never know when you need to get involved. And also make sure you know how to use the stuff in your first aid kit, because if you don't, then it's useless. So that's just another thing. Then we've got a battery charger here. So this, you may have seen it again in a recent video, is a car jump starting battery kit. In here, it's just the box that I've used from a torch, but you've got an attachment that will start vehicles, but also you can use it for charging electronic devices. You've got a torch, you can have it as a strobe on the side of the road at night if you're stopped. So all very useful thing to have. Crap though if it's not charged, so you're going to make sure it's always charged. As you can see, this one is fully charged. Always like to make sure it's charged. And then, like I said, we've got the attachment in the box here, just so I know where it is at all times. Then we have a tyre pressure gauge. This is something that I think most people do have or should have lying around. This was a Halfords one, I think it was about £5, and that means you can check your tyre pressures on the go. You've got a tyre pressure, but then also a tyre tread gauge here as well. So as you move this, it measures your tyre depth. So yeah, really good little gadget, useful for just being able to check your tyres on the fly. And yeah, definitely something I'd recommend getting your hands on. And it's also got a key ring as well, so you can stick it on your keys so you don't forget it. Carrying on with the theme of tyres, we've got some tyre weld. This is Holt's tyre weld, extremely useful if you ever get a puncture. You can see this is the 17-inch tyres or above. Essentially what it will do for you, it will inflate your tyre for you and sort of block where the puncture is. So really useful, can be used on motorbikes, everything like that. And remember guys, it may not actually be you that needs it, but if you've got it, you can really help someone out by having it, and within 90 seconds you can be back on the road. So yeah, definitely get hold of one of these. I think this was about £10, which will be far cheaper than calling out a tow truck. So get yourself some of this on Amazon. Next we have some sort of Swiss Army knife or multi-tool, just for general use really. With these, we've got everything on them. They've got a toothpick, tweezers. The camera's going a bit funny there. You've also got the knife bits and everything like that. They're totally legal in the UK, as long as the blade's under 3 inches and doesn't lock. So yeah, definitely get yourself one of these. Not expensive. You can get them off Amazon from £10 really. Just a useful little tool to have. I've used it many times. Then take a look at these torches. It's always good to have some sort of light, because if you do a lot of night driving like I do, torches are a godsend. As you can see, this one is flat battery at the moment. That's why I have two. I always have two sort of redundancies with torches, just because you can always guarantee as soon as you go to use it, it doesn't work. So this one's in its little holder, and this is actually a USB chargeable one as well, so I can charge it in the car while the engine's running, which is always good. This one requires a special charging dock with the battery, so it's a bit more of a faff. So yeah, just make sure you've got some sort of lighting equipment in your car. Imagine trying to change a tyre on the side of the motorway in the pitch black. It's an absolute nightmare. At least if you've got some light as well, make the job easier. And also it means you can be seen, because there's so many accidents involved where people haven't got any sort of lighting and they're walking around the road and they get hit because the driver didn't see them. So if you've got one of these, it just makes you a bit more visible as well. Moving on, then we have a tyre compressor, and basically this goes without saying, it's part of the sort of the tyre section of this video, but tyre pressures obviously vital for when you're driving along. Even if you get a puncture or anything like that, you can really quite easily just plug in this. It's a 12-volt system, so it actually plugs in to the boot here, and you can pump up all your tyres. You can also pump up balls, everything. It's just a really good, nice little compressor. And this was, I think, again, £10–15. So you can preset it as well, so you can preset it to your desired pressure and it will automatically do it to that. Really good bit of kit, really useful, saved me out a lot. So there's that, and then finally we have our tools. I like to carry this. Is just a small little screwdriver kit. You've got hex bits, Torx, flathead, Phillips, everything like that, and also the square bits as well. Comes with a little ratchet. I'll just open it up for you. You can see it's a really high quality Makita kit. Nice amount of bits there, and little ratchet strap, little ratchet. So yeah, again, this was £15 from Amazon. It came next day. Rude not to, really. And then we have the socket sets, just for any sort of roadside repairs really. This goes from 8mm all the way to 22mm. It's all stainless steel, well made, and will really help you out on sort of roadside repairs. So yeah, that's it guys. That sort of the basics that every driver should have in their car. If you're not mechanically inclined, then I suppose toolkit might not be much use, but sort of generally these are the things that I sort of swear by to have it in your car. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.